Hey YouTube, Heir of Carthage bringing you a first view of some Xbox video. I went and bought like a cheap little capture device. It's called a Dazzle. A lot of people use it to record the Xbox. It has some upsides and some downsides. I'll run through those real quick as you're watching me jump out of my pod. This is Halo 3 ODST, probably one of my favorite games on the Xbox. In any case, I'm playing also with Princess Seleucid. You'll see him over there. Anyway, we're just going to be playing through a little campaign mission here on normal. This is just kind of a test video more than anything, and yes, there is some lag, and yes, it is going to affect my gameplay, but I still do pretty decent. Anyway, back to the Dazzle. A lot of you are going to be wondering, how much does this cost? Where did you get it? Is it pretty good? Is it easy to hook up? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, I'll try and answer your questions one by one. How much does it cost? Well, it cost me $50. It was on sale. It's $50 American. For those of you in other countries, you're going to have to do the math. Is it very good? Well, you're seeing the results of it. First of all, you can see a little bit of distortion lines running through my screen. Not that bad, and would be hardly noticeable at all in a game in a light setting, but ODST takes place in the dark during probably half the game, or something like that. So in any case, not bad. You get what you pay for. For $50, you're probably not going to find anything that captures any better, at least not that I'm aware of. And the ease of setup is pretty good. Now, when you go to the store, you're going to see the Dazzle thing, and it's going to say HD, HD. Well, what they mean is 480p, which they consider to be HD. Most of us don't consider that to be HD. And right there you saw a brute getting what he loves so much, which is being beat down, stuck, or otherwise destroyed in an obscene manner. Alright, so Princess Seleucid and I are just kind of having fun here. You're going to get to see some boring part here in a minute where we forget that we have to go through the little helmet display tutorial, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty annoying. Anyway, let me run through a little bit more about the Dazzle while that's going on, so that it should answer all of your questions, so that you don't have to ask me repeatedly in comments, which, you know, I don't mind. It's not going to make me angry, but it's a lot easier for me to answer it on here. So what you have to do with this particular device, and another reason it can't record in HD is because it has no HD inputs. You have to record using the composite AV cables, which is the red, yellow, and white. I don't know if that's different in other countries. I don't know. In any case, that's what you use. You have to get 3 Y splitters, or whatever you want to call them, RCA Y adapters, or splitters. And then you basically can split the signal between what goes to your computer and what goes to your TV. Otherwise, you would have to play on the extremely small preview screen that's provided on the Pinnacle Studio that comes as software with your Dazzle. So in any case, you definitely want to get the splitters. The only downside to having the splitters is whenever you split your signal, this is where you get some of the degradation of the quality, which is probably why you're seeing the little white distortion lines coming through the video. But as I said, it's not too bad. So here's me going through the annoying tutorial. You can see that I'm rather annoyed by it, by the rapid motion of the joystick. In any case, trying to think anything else you want me to mind answer. Oh yeah, it hooks to your computer via a USB. I would also recommend having a rather fast computer. If you look online at the reviews of this product, it gets mixed reviews. If you want my opinion, I'm going to give it a good review. I won't give it 5 stars because it's not perfect, but I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars, maybe 4.5. And that's mostly because I wish the quality was better, but I'm not going to complain considering what I paid for it. So all in all, I would say that it's a pretty good value. In any case, once you get the thing set up, it's really easy to use. You just go over to your computer, you push import, and then start capture. I mean, it's really no problem. And then the software that's included is really easy to use if you're used to using Windows Movie Maker. Except I think it has you know, some better features and stuff. But I also have other movie editing software, and you can use that as well. So if you say, oh, I already have my own movie editing software that I like better, you can import the clips from your Dazzle to that. So you know, don't worry about that much. Anyway, now that you've heard about the Dazzle, kind of explain what we're doing. That should be pretty obvious from the screen, but here we're searching through this dark and dreary building with the nice luminous Covenant symbols painted on the wall. For those of you who aren't Halo fans, maybe a little bit of background, but if you're not a Halo fan, first let me scold you for not playing what is definitely probably one of the, or I'm not going to say probably, it's definitely the best first-person shooter game that was ever made. And I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of whining and complaining about all the games you like, and that's okay. I'll put up with it. This is a matter of opinion, and in my opinion, Halo is the best first-person shooter ever made, bar none, no questions. It's got the best story, the best gameplay. It's got fantastic multiplayer. I know a lot of you Modern Warfare people are gonna get mad at me or whatever, but I'm sorry. In my opinion, Halo's a lot better. If you want someone else's opinion that agrees with you, you're gonna have to go find someone else. In any case, we were over there just owning some grunts. If you don't know what a grunt is, I don't know, just go to Wikipedia. I don't feel like explaining the storyline on Halo, so yeah, just go to Wikipedia. You'll figure it out there. And like I said earlier, there's a little bit of lag in the game, which makes it kind of hard for me to aim, but I get used to it, and I'm pretty sure that's not because of the dazzle, because I tested it earlier and I didn't notice any. I'm pretty sure that it's just because of the internet connection between Princess Seleucid and I. Frequently we kind of run into problems with our connections. I don't know what the deal is. I'm sure you all are familiar with it, because I'm sure it happens to you from time to time trying to connect on online games. There's me beating the methane tank off a grunt. It's one of my favorite pastimes in Halo. And up here, I pretty much know these levels like the back of my hand, so I prepare a sticky grenade for those jackals. I don't think it actually stuck on him, and then much to my disappointment, one of them lived. And so to teach him a lesson for living, I go in and participate in some lewd and lascivious behavior, otherwise known as teabagging in Halo. And no, I don't do that online. I'm not one of those jerks online who kills you and then teabags you repeatedly. I only do it to just add a little bit of hilarity, because I think it's kind of retarded, to be honest. But sometimes it's so retarded that it's funny. And I don't find it funny in an online setting, but I do find it funny sometimes in the campaign with the random teabagging. Otherwise, what is a nefarious and kind of disgusting habit? But like I said, it's so retarded that it's almost funny in a few very limited situations. So you saw there that we found that recon helmet lodged in the screen, and Halo ODST is kind of like a mystery also. So you're kind of investigating clues, and when you find that helmet, the superintendent of New Mombasa, which is the city where you're at, has kind of recorded all this footage, and it kind of takes you into this flashback of what happened. So yeah, your character is the rookie. He's the one that woke up at night in his drop pod, and these are the other characters on his team. And here I intelligently tried to jump over something that was too high. Alright, so here I am, gonna blast some more grunts, and yes, I have a skull on that is called Grunt Birthday Party. For those of you who don't know what skulls are in Halo, it's something else you're going to have to look up, because I don't feel like explaining it. But again, if you're not familiar with Halo, shame on you, because you're missing out on one of the best games. And no, it's nothing like a Total War game, but I like it. I'm really not much into first-person shooters, but there's something about Halo that's just fantastic. And for those of you who are also saying, look at this guy play Halo, he sucks. Well, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm not the best Halo player ever. Do I suck? No, I most certainly don't suck. But you're probably not going to see a lot of the world's most... sorry, excuse me. My voice is getting dry. I'm not one of the world's greatest players, and sorry I had to record that too. It's kind of rude of me. Anyway, you get the rude. You just get plain old Air of Carthage, so you're gonna, I guess, get a glimpse into me, which is sometimes a raspy voice, which I've heard some of you complain about, that I don't really understand how it's that bad, but apparently some people think so. And that was kind of a funny moment there. I tried to stick that brute in his face, and I missed, and I was rather upset, but the grenade went on to connect with his buddy's ankle, so it wasn't a complete loss. And here I'm doing kind of a common tactic, which is the assault rifle to beatdown. Works pretty good online in close quarters, but if you're playing against people who have a BR and they're pretty good, it's obviously worthless. And I'm taking good advantage of the pistol that's found in Halo ODST, and for Halo fans, you'll know the controversy surrounding the different pistol variants of all the games. We've never again seen that wonderful variant of the pistol that we found in the first Halo. It's kind of semi-resurrected in Halo Reach, and I'm looking forward to that coming out. And that's the main reason probably why I got this capture card, is I want to be able to make videos of Halo Reach and just some other Halo videos in general. And I will probably be creating a new YouTube channel to do that, because I have so many Total War fans. I don't want them to think that basically the Total War games are being shoved aside. So if I start making a lot of Xbox videos, I'm going to make them on a new channel. And there Princess Seleucid is paying his respects to that dead Marine. If by paying my respects, I mean also participating in what would otherwise be known as lewd, nefarious, or lascivious behavior. So there's a bunch of verbiage for you, and if you're not a first language speaker of English, then sorry, this might be confusing. I decided to pick up the plasma turret. We have the difficulty setting on normal, and so you can definitely get killed on Halo on normal. Probably not if you're like playing for real, but we're kind of just joking around, so I mean there's a real possibility we're going to get ourselves killed, and we did a couple of times. And I know a lot of you are going to be saying, oh, you didn't show yourself get killed. Well, trust me, I got killed a couple of times. I edited it out because we had too much footage. So yeah, anyway. It's kind of interesting commenting on a Halo video instead of Total War, because tactics are kind of a lot different in a Halo game. I mean, sure, there's tactics, but you also have a lot of like anger that gets involved in these kind of games. And I say anger, I don't mean that I'm like sitting there hurling stuff at the TV, but I think most of you gamers know what I'm talking about. You know, you kind of develop like a hatred for the enemies in the games, and it kind of drives your strategy, and every now and then you find yourself like creating new and fun ways to destroy your enemies. Here I went back and picked up a shotgun, which of course is a Halo favorite for close quarters combat. And I'm using the Covenant carbine here. It's probably my favorite gun in ODST. I like the carbine a lot. It definitely wasn't as good in Halo 3. They made it slightly better in this game. But there wasn't a lot of difference. And I thought there was a jackal up there, but he's already dead, I guess, or something. Or maybe he doesn't show up unless you put it on harder settings. I did beat the campaign on Legendary on this and Halo 3. I can definitely say there's parts of it that were pretty tough and tricky, but you can get through it by using good old strategy. So yeah, Total War games aren't the only games that involve strategy. You'll notice on here that, of course right here I'm acting stupid. But later on when I make videos, you'll notice that I have like certain behavior around the brutes and the hunters and the other creatures, and it's because, you know, it's tactics. Their tactics are decided. They always do the same thing because it's AI. And that's one of the fun things about playing Halo Online, is you don't run into that. And I thought I had just killed this, but he came back, so I pretty much let myself get killed because I wanted that grunt dead. I was kind of angry that he got back on that turret after I threw a grenade. Unfortunately, because we're playing on multiplayer, Princess Seleucid is going to bravely run away and help me respawn, because he's under a lot of fire from the brutes and those hunters. You can see the hunters rearranging those cars back there and doing a little bit of auto-detailing for the people who left them in the street. If by auto-detailing I mean like complete destruction. So here's some tactics. I sidestep the hunter. This is pretty common Halo tactics. I'm not the father or author of these tactics. There we are, kind of giving a team beat down to that hunter, at which point we again engage in some nefarious behavior. Again, I don't do that often, so don't think that I'm one of those annoying Halo guys that does it all the time. I was just doing it here for kind of hilarity purposes. Like I said, it's kind of funny sometimes. Yeah, look, that turret's back again, but this time it's got a brute on it, and at this point I'm really sick of it, so I feed him a spike grenade. And he enjoyed it. In fact, I kind of think that afterwards he wrote me a letter thanking me for the delicious experience. That's just total crap. I don't even know where I came up with something that stupid. So here we are, pretty much at the end of the level. And there's only a few grunts left, and Princess Seleucid wanted to pick up that turret just to give them kind of a welcome to the neighborhood gift, so to speak. I mean, we want to be neighborly here on Earth. We don't want the Covenant to feel left out. And so to also help them feel welcome, I'm just going to hurl grenades at random. Whether or not it kills anybody is a different thing, but I figured in the very least they might enjoy the fireworks show. One grunt enjoyed it so much that he fell over. I don't know, he's probably dead. Yeah. It's pretty nice of me. So there I go, finish hurling all my grenades, and Princess Seleucid is now down there, tearing them up with the turret, and probably giving them a bit of an overkill, which wasn't necessary, but hey, why not? And like I said, there's me enjoying my pastime of knocking off grunt methane tanks. That one wouldn't come off for me very well, and then I got stuck in the crater behind Dare's pod. And there we are, we're at the end of the level. Hope you enjoyed this Halo 3 ODST video. If you like my Xbox videos and you want me to make some more, let me know, and I will get to it.